Whoopi Goldberg did not hold back on a recent episode of The View, and honestly, no one should have expected her to. With the stock market taking a nosedive and economic panic stirring in households across America, the table was set for one fiery discussion, and Whoopi came in hot. She kicked things off by calling out what she referred to as a trade war sparked by former President Donald Trump's newly announced tariffs. According to Whoopi, it's not just bad policy, it's reckless. The financial markets are in free fall after you-know-who declared a trade war on countries around the world, she said, already setting the tone for what would become an impassioned exchange. The co-hosts were clearly aligned in their skepticism, with Behar jumping in to say what many viewers were probably thinking, that Trump's understanding of the economy leaves a lot to be desired. He knows nothing about the economy, she stated flatly, before making a historical comparison that hit hard. Behar pointed out how a similar approach to tariffs during the 1930s only made the Great Depression worse. That's not a small claim. It's a direct warning that repeating those mistakes could have serious consequences for everyday Americans, especially at a time when inflation and financial anxiety are already running high. Sara Haines brought a dose of humor to the table, noting the absurdity of some of the locations affected by the tariffs, including one that's reportedly inhabited only by penguins. "I guess come the midterms, I think these guys are going to be a little pissed off," she joked, offering a brief laugh before things got serious again. Sunny Hostin used a pop culture moment to drive her point home, referencing a scene from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, where a teacher explains how the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act failed miserably. That act, by the way, is a textbook example of what not to do in a struggling economy. Hostin noted that Trump's plan could raise costs for the average American household by a staggering $5,200 annually. That's not just bad policy. That's devastating for families already living paycheck to paycheck. Alyssa Farah Griffin added even more detail, pointing out how stock market crash impacts everything from retirement savings to grocery store prices. And when she was done, Whoopi cut right to the chase. "Again, this is not news to the American consumer," she said bluntly. American consumers saw and understood, and for some reason didn't realize this was part of the plan. It was a powerful moment, a reminder that voters might not have fully grasped the economic consequences of the policies they supported. Haines responded by suggesting maybe those voters didn't believe it would happen. But Whoopi had the final word. Well, they're fully seeing and believing it now. At its core, this conversation was about more than politics. It was about accountability, about how policies trickle down and hit everyday people the hardest. Whether you're a Trump supporter or not, the economic numbers don't lie, and as the women of The View made clear, the consequences of misguided trade policies are starting to hit home. With inflation biting into household budgets and uncertainty looming over the markets, the concern isn't just coming from liberal talk show hosts. It's coming from Wall Street, economists, and yes, the average voter, who now sees the price tag attached to political decisions made years ago. One thing's for sure, this isn't the last time The View will bring the heat.